We're here at FCTV to talk about Poetic License. My name is Donna Shear, and I'm the host of Poetic License once a month. I'm here with my good friend Sue, we're going to have a conversation about how wonderful Poetic License actually is. Personally, every time I walk into the FCTV studios, I am always so excited, like it's a birthday or it's the first day of school. You know, that feeling of excitement and something good is going to happen. I feel that every single time I walk in here for our monthly program, because I know something wonderful is going to happen. You know.
But you never know what it's going to be, do you?
You never know
Which
what
is
it's
fun.
going to be. That's right.
Yeah.
It is fun. It's Poetic License is a monthly open mic where people bring their original poetry, acoustic music, spoken word, sometimes comedy. You know, there's a lot of different things. Stories over the years, spoken word. Yep, over the years we've seen a lot of different things, but. It's a wonderful community of artists who come and enjoy each other's company. You know, just enjoy. You want to tell them about what's happening this month?
Well, our next recording of Poetic License will be tomorrow, November 20th, and the suggested theme is Remember When. Speaking of remember when Poetic License started?
I do remember when Poetic License started. Well, 2019, it was August, and Alice Kachemba, who's the most elegant elfin poet that I know on Cape Cod, she and Andrew Richards, who was a programming manager at that point, I guess, he was helping her coddle this seed that was planted. Why don't we do something with poetry and, you know, other talents? One night a month, everybody comes together, does their own best original stuff that they have to offer.
And she was already doing poetry out in the community at that point, right?
Oh, absolutely. I actually met her when she was doing Calliope poetry. She gave a workshop on Mary Oliver, who was my so dear to my heart. And that's how I first met her, was through that, and then went on to enjoy classes with her as well.
Oh, I met her at Soar Without Limits with Sandy Topalian and Phil Hasoris, and it was a thing where they paired visual art with poetry from poets in the community, and so a bunch of us wrote poems to go with some visual art.
Awesome.
So she was there, and that's how I met her.
Yeah, and she was a dynamite person to be hosting it. She was very clear-spoken, kind, organized, but all good things come to an end, they say, and about 2020, she retired from this job, and that's when she asked me if I would take over. And then we had the COVID years, which...
Rather than coming to an end, I like to think of it as a transition, because she transitioned into some wonderful things that she does out in the community.
Yes, she does.
And you transitioned into being the hostess with the mostest of Poetic License.
Well, COVID was a hard time, and actually COVID was a good time to be working on Poetic License. I felt so isolated in my home, and I was hungry for people. Even though it was on a screen, it didn't matter. It was a similar group of people that we'd been working with, but it just didn't feel so isolated now that we had our group back together again, and we continued throughout COVID and after, when we were never sure if it was going to strike again or not.
Well, if there can be an upside to COVID, it was that we had other people that came that hadn't come when we were in the studio. And they were coming from all over the place, some from around the world, but a lot from other parts of the Cape or other parts of Massachusetts. So
Chicago,
Was
Nevada?
Rosemary?
Was it Nevada?
Uh,
New York City?
yep.
You know, a lot
But
of.
I think we had one from England, one of Jackson's friends.
Yes, that's
yeah.
right. So it did broaden our horizons as far as the people who were involved.
Yeah.
But of course, now that, that we're back in the studio, they can't travel here. Well, we will talk about a little bit later on about what is available for
Some
people
new
like
opportunities that we didn't have before.
That's right.
More
New
transitions.
opportunities. That's
Transitions, change is not always a bad thing.
right. That's true. Change is not always a bad thing. Every time I talk to people about coming to FCTV, they tend to ask certain frequently asked questions. And so what are those questions? One of the questions is, well, how long do I have? You know, how does that work, and so on. And the answer is basically a 4-minute time limit. And it's not. Nobody sits there with a stopwatch, but we do encourage people to.
We get the hook.
Yeah. Well,
No, we don't do
that's
that.
never happened.
We
But
would never do that.
We do encourage people to time what they're going to be doing to see what the speed of does it fit into the time slot, or can it be modified in some way. But generally, people are pretty true to that. The other another question is, what if you floof? What if you make a big floof? What happens then? What happens then?
You're not talking about floofing your hair.
No floofing hair, no. Floof flub.
Like, if you make a mistake.
Yeah, you make a mistake.
Yeah.
And if it can be, if it requires it can be edited out, because the program is edited before we put it on the air.
So Tony always seems to try to do it in one take if he can, but various things might come up, and so he can always edit something out later if he needs to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that works out good.
We share the mic, and we share the time, and we share the stage, and we share a whole lot of cool things. You want to talk about all the places you and I go?
Well, yeah. I mean, we've been both involved in a lot of creative things over the years in various venues. And everything from open mics. I ran a little artist collaborative, but it just seems like I can't even list all the things, and there's always something new that one or both of us is getting involved with. Sometimes we go together now, but often we're off doing our own things. You're involved with some theater things that I don't get involved with, and so wherever we go, though, we like to collect interesting, creative people. Partly just because that's how we are and we become friends with these people, but partly because we want to tell them about this wonderful opportunity we have here. And I guess that's what I was saying about becoming friends with creative people. When I come to Poetic License, I don't feel like I'm on part of it's how I am about things, but I don't feel like I'm on a TV show. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm in a living room with a bunch of friends, and we're either jamming or sharing our creative stuff. And it just happens to be in the middle of a TV studio with lights and cameras.
That's right.
But it's just such a welcoming, comfortable place, and it starts to feel like a gathering of friends.
Friends and family.
But friends that are always welcoming in new people. Yeah, and family. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yes. We love to find people to explain what Poetic License is, and it's of course it's unlike other open mics because it is taped live and it is televised afterwards, on all kinds of avenues.
So even though it feels like a living room and it's a TV station, the TV station is is an integral part of the community of Falmouth. So it's part of this larger community, and it reaches even further, as you were starting to say, with besides being on FCTV. And you can come here and watch it live, or you can watch it recorded later on FCTV, whatever's more convenient for you. But you can also watch it on YouTube, Apple TV and Roku TV.
That's right.
And so then it becomes part of the more global community.
That's right. Tomorrow night will be a wonderful night because we have a extremely full roster of good talent. So I'm even, it's like more birthdays, more first day of school.
You look like a kid in a candy store, the look on your face.
More FCTV on Thursday night. Here we go. What do we find here? I think we find it's C words: compassion,
community,
cheerleading,
yep,
and
connection,
collaboration.
Collaboration, yep.
It's a lot of good things that make us feel like we are part of this community.
I want to talk a little about collaboration because I've noticed two ways that it happens. One is this kind of conscious, purposeful thing where a couple of people will get together and say, hey, let's do this, and they might do something together. But there's this other thing that seems to happen every time, and it might be because of the theme, but it's not always related to the theme. There's just this synchronous resonance that happens between the different things that people present each time.
Absolutely.
You know, it's just fun to watch how that unfolds.
Yeah, and that makes us all very, very happy because there's unity in that, and we like that.
Yep.
So, let's just mention this something new that's been because of all the people that we used to see on Zoom during COVID and so on. There's a lot of people who can't come to the studio for the live taping. They have childcare problems at night. They have, I have problems driving at night. If somebody doesn't drive me here, I don't get here. So,
well, some of them are people from before that can't come now that it's not on Zoom. But then sometimes there's a one-time thing that happens. Someone was all prepared to share something, and then something came up at the last minute.
Right.
So there's all kinds of reasons. But go ahead and
There's all
explain.
kinds of reasons. But what we're trying to instigate is a slot that's open and free every month. And someone, if you would like to send, those of you in TV land, a video of your particular talent, whether it be an original song or a poem or spoken word or musically, you can send it to Tony at fctv.org, and we will put you in that time slot so that even though you can't be here as much as you'd like to be here, you're here.
That's right. You're virtually here.
You're virtually here. And so far we've had a couple slots filled in.
It's worked out really well.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a wonderful solution for, it's not quite a hybrid thing. We're still live in the studio, but it's almost a hybrid thing, where a lot of people did hybrid Zoom and live or tried to. And then it ended up just everybody started doing things live. I think this is a nice a nice way to combine a little bit of both.
Me too. And
accommodate everybody.
Thanks to Tony Sedera, who is our producer, and our camera people, and all the people at FCTV who keep the wheels gliding right along, particularly, of course, for us, for Poetic License. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you, we thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, just that, you had said you wanted to talk about how you love this place, FCTV, and I just wanted to mention, in case there's anybody out there who still doesn't know what a fixture Donna's been in the community of Falmouth over the years with everything she's done out in the community, with her singing and various other things. I don't live in Falmouth. I live in Centerville, but I come to Falmouth so often for all kinds of different reasons, Poetic License being one of the biggest reasons, and Donna being another one of the biggest reasons. There's so many wonderful people and wonderful opportunities and wonderful events and activities in Falmouth. I keep getting drawn back here, and that's how I got involved in FCTV, even though I don't live in Falmouth.
And you know what? That, I would say, is a nice capsulization of how most people who come again and again feel, that it is a good, friendly, comfortable place to be. And I'd like
You
to...
mean Poetic License or Falmouth?
Poetic License.
Yeah.
And Falmouth, too.
Exactly.
Isn't Falmouth nice? Yes, it is.
That's what I was trying to remember what the catchphrase was. But isn't Poetic License nice?
Yes.
Because it's that same feeling.
Right.
It's just such a comfortable feeling. I think one of the things you had wanted to talk about was how much courage it takes for people to come and do this. But at the same time, this is such a welcoming, comfortable place that it's kind of an interesting combination of feeling so comfortable and welcomed and relaxed here.
But I still want to say,
yes,
it takes courage.
Yes.
Because when you perform live, taped, and it goes out, you're giving that gift of yourself, whatever talent it is, whatever emotions you've put out there into the world, and hope that it's accepted everywhere that it goes. The fact that people who have been performing for years can still get the little jitters about getting up and doing this.
And sometimes a little bit of that's not such a bad thing.
Right. It powers you. The energy powers you.
But I remember one time, I just thought of this, we had someone here, and I don't know why I had a teddy bear here for some reason, or some kind of stuffed animal. And there was someone that was really nervous. So I just walked up and gave her the teddy bear, and it just transformed things. But that's the kind of things that happen here.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's, you're not alone with it.
And there's lots and lots of heartfelt applause and hoots and hollers and celebration that goes on too. So, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night.
Yeah.
fctv.org if you want to sign up, if it's not too late. It's generally the third Thursday of the month, except for when the holidays occur, and then it's not so much. But we invite everybody to come and join us, whether it's as a performer or as an audience member. We would love to keep increasing this flock that comes to Poetic License.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And thank you, Donna,
for
still being the
Sue.
hostess with the mostest.
And good night.